welcome to your practice. We have a grounding flow today, which basically means poses that are not too far from the ground. I love these kinds of practices because they just don't require you to move around a lot. You don't need to stand up and get back down. They're very much down-regulating and very much close to the ground, and they just give you an opportunity to more pause in these poses and to breathe through them. Welcome to your practice. For today's grounding flow, we're going to get started in a reclined position on our mats. So you can slowly meet me on your back. We're going to get started with our knees bent. Feet are pressing onto the ground, relaxing your back down, and we're going to just bring our hands onto our bellies. You can gently either close your eyes or relax your gaze, taking a deep breath in through your nose and sighing it out. Just starting to release any tension you may be holding in your face, in your shoulders, in your arms. Starting to allow the sound and the sensation of your breath to ground you, to bring you into your practice. We're going to come into a reclined bound angle position. So you can slowly shuffle the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to open out. The intensity of what you're feeling in your hips can be controlled by how close your heels are. So if you're feeling a bit too much, you can drag your heels further down. If it's not feeling like enough of a stretch, you can bring your heels further up. Take a few moments here, just starting to allow both knees to relax and get heavier to the sides. Relax your lower back and your hips. Starting to visualize your breath going directly to where you feel the most tension in this pose. Take a few more breaths here, allowing the knees to get heavier as you relax a bit more here. We'll very slowly start to kind of just shuffle the feet back onto the mat. The knees are up. You can take your feet as wide as your mat here and then open your arms out, gently swinging your knees from side to side. Try to slow down this process so we're not really moving super fast here. It's almost like you're just windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Nice. We'll very slowly come back to center and start to extend both legs up towards the ceiling. You can support your legs by either grabbing the backs of your thighs or the backs of your knees. Take some time to gently start to point and flex your toes, being aware of your ankles. You can start to even draw some circles with your toes here. And slowly coming back to stillness, try to straighten your legs as much as you can and pull the legs in as close to your upper body as possible. Breathing into your hamstrings here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's very slowly bend the knees, bring the feet back down onto the ground, and we will go into our reclined figure 4 position. So the left foot is down, and you're going to bring your right ankle onto the left knee, left thigh. Flex your right foot and try to open out that right knee. You can relax here, taking a few breaths, just allowing your lower back to settle and press into the mat. Option to stay here if you're feeling enough in your right hip, or if you want to, you can go a little bit deeper by grabbing your left shin and pulling your left knee into your chest as you open your right knee out. Wherever you are, try to lengthen your spine and press your lower back into the mat. We'll take a few moments to just pause here and breathe in and out into the pose. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Very slowly releasing that left foot down. You can gently release your right foot down. And before we switch sides, once again, swinging your knees from side to side very gently. We'll do that on the other side. So your right foot is down, bringing your left ankle onto your right knee, right thigh. Flex your left foot and think of opening the left knee away from you. Take a few moments just settling here, and it's totally normal if one side feels a bit different to the other side. So maybe this side is feeling more open, so you can open out the left knee a bit more, or maybe it's feeling a bit more tense. So it's okay if you need to be a bit more gentle and ease up on the pose. Once again, you can absolutely stay here, or if you want to take it a bit further, you can grab your right shin, thinking of pulling the right knee in as you open the left knee out. Take a few breaths here, noticing the difference you may experience on this side. See if you can go a little bit deeper. We'll very slowly release that right foot down. Release your left foot down as well. And once again, gently move your knees from side to side. From here, we will hug both knees into the chest, lifting your head off the ground, almost like you're squeezing into a ball. Slowly press your feet down and we'll lift up into a gentle bridge. So you're just gently lifting your hips up, reaching your arms over your head. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips down, hug your knees into your chest, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Slowly press your feet down, inhaling to lift your hips. You can reach your arms over your head. Let's do that 3 more times, dropping the hips. On an exhale, hug your knees, chin to chest. Slowly press your feet down, lift your hips up, reach your arms over your head. 2 more. And last one. Perfect. Very slowly settle back down. You can hug your knees to your chest and you can either rock and roll up to seated, or if you want to, you can roll onto one side, push yourself up into a seated position. In your seated position, you're going to take your feet out as wide as you can. Flexing both feet, we're going to start with the fingertips in the middle, inhaling to lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, starting to fold forward. Some of us may just take a few steps forward with the fingers, some of us may actually reach forward and down. Wherever you are, slow down your breath. And notice if you're rounding in on yourself. Try to just lengthen forward with your chest as you fold. We're going to take an inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to slowly travel towards your right foot. So it's like you're walking towards the right leg. Fold over it, taking 2 or 3 breaths. And then we'll slowly travel to the other side. So you're moving over towards the left leg, folding over the left leg, and taking process. We're not trying to fit in as many rounds as we can. We're just trying to just build more awareness to feel into our bodies. Each time you walk your hands over towards the right leg, you're going to fold over it and breathe there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly come back to center and walk to the other side, taking 5 breaths as you fold over. center, folding in center, so you can extend your arms forward, extend your chest forward, and maybe you're able to fold a little bit deeper than you did in the beginning. Try to keep flexing your feet so your toes are pointed up. Very slowly start to walk your hands back towards you, lifting your chest. We'll slowly just bring the feet closer together. Inhaling to lift both arms up. As you exhale, take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and take your right hand behind you. We're going to just twist here. So you can lengthen your spine. On an exhale, think of turning your chest and looking over your right shoulder. See if you can feel your breath in your upper back. Very slowly coming back to center, and we will switch sides, inhaling both arms up. As you exhale, twist your chest towards the left. Right hand is on the outside of the left thigh, left hand behind you, twisting with your chest. Inhaling to come back to center, reaching both arms up. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. As always, you can always bend your knees if your hamstrings are feeling tight. Folding forward, relaxing your head, relaxing your shoulders. On an inhale, slowly start to release and start to roll onto your back once again. You can use your hands to help you, coming all the way back down. Take a moment to hug your knees in towards your chest, gently rolling your lower back from side to side, almost like you're giving yourself a lower back massage. From here, we're going to squeeze the knees into the chest, open the arms out. If you want to, you can cactus them, take an inhale, and as you exhale, take your knees over towards the left. You can allow them to settle and rest down, coming into a reclined twist. While you're here, just notice if you're engaging your inner thighs. Try to relax them, relax the knees. We'll very slowly come back to center, knees in towards the chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, dropping your knees over towards the right, opening your chest up, breathing here. Try to allow your shoulders to relax, even if they're not touching the ground. Very slowly come back to center. We'll do that one more time on each side. So maybe you can even twist a little bit deeper once on this side. Try to open your chest a bit more, relax and ground that right shoulder a bit more. Slowly coming back to center, inhale, and as you exhale, dropping your knees one last time towards the right, opening up your chest, breathing here. Let's slowly come back to center. Slowly press the feet down. We'll take one final bridge pose to end our practice. So you can set your feet up, pressing into the soles of the feet, inhaling to lift the hips up, breathing here, grounding down, lifting, breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very slowly settle down, and I invite you to come into any final resting position you'd like to be in. You could be in Shavasana, you could be in a fetal position. Relax your shoulders, starting to either close your eyes or relax your gaze. Staying in your resting position of choice as I come back up to seated. You can stay in your position for as long as it serves you, just taking this time to settle and ground. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to guide your practice.